Hello and welcome to our 15-minute extended disc webinar today. And our topic today is what are the most popular disc training support materials? We're recording this, so in case you miss any of this or you want to share it with any of your colleagues, we'll be posting it on our YouTube site as well as our extendeddisc.org website. We won't have time for questions because it is such a fast-paced webinar, but please feel free to put them in the questions and answers section and we'll follow up with you after, or just reach out to us after. So in terms of most popular support materials, hopefully we'll give you just kind of a brief introduction, quick preview to them, as well as some tips that we have learned in the past, as well as clients that have given us tips. And joining me today, I always forget to introduce myself. My name is Christina, and I am the training director here at Extended Disc. And joining me is my colleague, senior trainer, Amy Lipinski.
Hello, Christina.
Hello, take it away.
Okay, so the first tool and resource we want to share with you is our self-development guide, also known as the 4 Steps to Effective Communication. And everyone who attends our webinars probably hear us talk about our 4 steps. But when we think about it in regards to the self-development guide, it's a great takeaway. It walks you through the introduction, some background to what is DISC, where did it come from, how did it start, and then it walks you through the extended DISC's 4 steps to effective communication. How to identify the DISC style of others, understanding how people are similar and different, identifying your own style, the style of others, and how to adjust, most importantly. One of my favorite resources in the self-development guide is the very back of the booklet, and it has my communication strategy in there. And that is a resource that I have all my clients and participants fill out when I talk about step 4, because I think really why we do DISC is to not only have fun and raise our self-awareness, but what are we going to do with it afterwards? How do we adjust? And using that page in this workbook, along with their own individual assessments, can be quite powerful in helping us apply what we have learned.
And honestly, this is a great resource for your clients, but I guarantee you it's the best idea is always keep one for yourself, because I've been doing DISC training for many, many years now. And whenever I'm asked to do a new training, and maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's my age, I don't know, but sometimes we forget, right? Or we need to refresh ourselves. And I always have this workbook nearby me to help me do that.
And I know a lot of my clients as well, Christina, say that they share it with their executive level to say, this is what we're putting your people through. So it's a quick kind of run through of what they might participate in a class. And I've also used it really as a participant guide when I'm facilitating a session as well.
Absolutely. Another resource that we have is probably, honestly, I want to say it's one of our most popular resources. Number one, it's cost effective, always on our minds, right? But the second reason is it's just simple. You know, it's just a 4x4 laminated card, and on one side it's how to identify, and the other side is how to communicate. And just like with the 4 steps to effective communication, this is a card I, as a trainer, like to keep nearby. But it's a great resource. It's a reinforcement tool. It reminds your participants that come to your workshops, just have it close by. If you're just thinking, oh gosh, what style was that again? It's an easy one to pick up and look at.
And I've had clients tell me, oh, I traveled with mine. I brought mine with me. I have clients who I've seen 2 years later who say, look, I still have my card. I keep it right by my computer. So people love these as that reminder of keeping DISC alive and how to, again, apply our knowledge. The next 2 that we're going to talk about then are similar to the quick reference cards, but they give you different information, right? So the first one is a DISC overview. It reminds us, what does each of our styles focus on? What's their motto? What are they known for, right? How do they respond under pressure? What types of fears do they have? And what kind of environment do they prefer? And what are some of those limitations they may encounter? And so again, it's a way to identify the styles, looking at their focus and fears. And knowing that will help us make some strategic adjustments.
And it's a great complement to the quick reference card that we just
Mhm.
showed you previously.
The next one is time management and stress. And this really just talks again about how the styles tend to deal with time management and stress. And it's going to be different for each of them. So it will give you their perspective, causes, signs, and even ways that they can alleviate stress.
Exactly. So these are just some of the newer ones. And, always these kind of get generated sometimes from feedback from our clients. So if you guys have great ideas, share them with us.
Absolutely.
So the next one, I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favorite, but I can be convinced otherwise. It's the quick reference booklet. So what it is essentially the quick reference card, but I call it supersized. So it just has a few more sections to the quick reference card that focuses on do's and don'ts and what to do when you're communicating with a specific disc style. And they're very simple, they're straightforward. It's great if you have those individuals that maybe they just want more information. We say sometimes your reserve styles, they want something that's more than just a card. So this is a great option for them. The only thing I do like to mention is these do's and don'ts section and when communicating with are general, but yet very useful. However, if you have your participants refer back to their own extended disc assessment report, in the report itself, these sections are created specifically for their disc profile results.
Right. So now we're going to switch gears a little bit and look at some of the guides we have for those who are facilitating. And those who maybe have heard me on a certification training before, but I always talk about all the things that I love about Extended Disc after joining with them almost 3 years now. And one of the things I love most is everything we do follows our 4 steps to effective communication. So we're always taking it from awareness to application, which I know is always on the forefront of facilitator and instructional designers' minds, right? So the first guide we have is really designed for when you're facilitating to a group of people. So it walks you through the 4 steps to effective communication from the perspective that you are facilitating to a group of people. It includes a PowerPoint presentation that you can go ahead and edit to fit your needs. It gives suggested activities that are optional, just ways that you can present those 4 steps in facilitating a class.
And it's really just so you know, I mean, it's a template, and that's how you should approach it, especially for those of you that, a lot of you have already a lot of training experience. You already have even some disc experience. So just kind of just get a different perspective. Sometimes it's good. It's also designed for those people in mind who've never done a disc workshop before. And it kind of starts you from the ground up.
Yes. And so the next guide we have is a new one. And it's a leadership facilitator guide, because what Extended Disc we like to do here is take our 4 steps and do the work for you so that you don't have to think about, okay, well, how do I apply this for a leadership group? We've designed a leadership facilitator guide that, again, comes with a PowerPoint presentation, template. You can edit and design it to fit your needs. And it really focuses on our leadership assessment and will help you facilitate to leaders and managers in that perspective. So we take our 4 steps and create the different modules, if you will, or ways that you can apply it within your organizations or with your clients.
And the next one that we have that many of you are familiar with is the coach's playbook. So where Amy just described the curriculum that is designed to deliver disc to a group, the coach's playbook is really designed to debrief to the standard individual assessment. And for many of you, again, who've gone through the training, you'll know that the individual assessment is kind of the template. Once you know how to read the individual assessment, you can pretty much read any report, whether it's a sales report, leadership report, etc. And what's great about it, I think, is that we've taken the report And we've broken it into modules so that it's easy for you to understand, easy for you to have a conversation and backup information for when you debrief the report to your clients. I also like the appendix section. There's a lot of good information in there. One of the strengths of Extended DIS is that you are able to customize your report if you so choose. I would say that the majority of our clients love the reports the way they are. They don't want to go to that extra step, but you can also see, what other options are available to you.
The next resource is one of my personal favorites, and it is called the Play and Learn card game. And it includes 4 decks of playing cards, and each deck has a different activity. What I love about the decks is that, one, they're plain deck card size, so they're easy to travel with. They don't take up a lot of suitcase room. Second, they're just a nifty way to have handy activities, get engagement, get participants involved. So when you facilitate that session and you think something's going to take an hour and it took 10 minutes, pull out a plain deck of cards. Have
We've
some
never
fun.
done that, right?
No.
That's never happened to us.
So there's a role-playing deck, and that one I love to have people partner up. And I try to assign them a disc style that's opposite of theirs, and then they choose a scenario, maybe how to give feedback to an S style. And they have to act that out in the disc style assigned to them. And their partner tries to identify the style. So it gives them opportunities to apply what they have learned. There's a trivia deck, some great ways to check your participants' understandings. And then the other 2 decks are similar but different. One has adjectives, the others have phrases. And participants get to practice identifying what disc style the adjective or phrase is describing.
And I think what's been most impressive about this game is that we created this game with these 4 different exercises with a specific intent. But what's so amazing is that our clients themselves have taught us new ways to use this game. And I'll be putting out a blog, I think this week or next week, about some of those tips that we've learned from our clients. So be on the lookout for that.
Yes, you don't have to stay in the box and use them the way they were designed.
Exactly. So here is just the quick reference card blown up to poster size. So if you have training rooms, or if you can, some people have laminated it and carried them with them to training. So those are good ways to use, just again, to reinforce DIS, to summarize it.
And I have some clients who tell me they hang them up in their lunch rooms or common break rooms just to generate conversation and as that reminder. This is our extended disc flip chart paper. So I often use this when I facilitate a team session. And Christina can attest to this because I tried to draw our diamond on plain blank flip chart paper and I failed miserably.
She did.
It didn't look like anything. So this flip chart is my favorite because what I'll do is put the team members on the diamond. And what's great is it's just supersized, like Christina says, right? So it's large size. It's bigger than my PowerPoint presentation.
And what's great about it too is I've had a lot of clients order them and give them as kind of gifts to their leaders, so that they can go back and maybe plot their whole team on it, put it somewhere very visible, and it's a great reinforcement tool. The training videos are, there's so many uses for it. Where do I begin? So some people, there are actually 5 of these animated videos, and there's other videos as well. And I can attest to the fact that people are using them. You'll find them on our Extended DIS public website. There's 2 to 3 minutes long. Some are on the DIS style. Some are on what is extended DIS. I mean, that's a great question, right? I mean, why am I taking this assessment?
Exactly.
Right? And there's some others as well. You have access to them, so you can find them at our website.
And again, our public website has those videos. It has webinars, blogs. Check us out. We send out tips and updates all the time. And we're constantly doing webinars and writing different blogs. And if you have a topic you're interested in, let us know, right? We can also follow us on social media. We post everything out there as well.
And if you just need a quick refresher on how to read profiles, what are the 4 steps, you can go look back at those blogs and webinars. And last but not least, if you are an active user of extended DISC assessments, we have a trainer resource site. We call it the VIP client resource site. And that's where you'll find PowerPoints, exercises, just sample reports, all the information you need to kind of help you to deliver DISC. So hopefully that kind of got you guys kind of a quick introduction to some of the materials that we have, not even all. If you're interested in learning more, reach out to us at info@extendeddisc.org. We do have a webinar on overview of DISC styles, of specifically this one, overview of the D style. So these are going to be great ones if you need just kind of a quick refresher. This is D styles, the beginning of the 4 series of overviews of the styles. And that will be coming up on Wednesday, February 5th at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Have a great day.